From wet winter walks to muddy summer festivals, wellies are a British staple year-round and can come in handy at any time. But knowing where to store them in or around your house can prove to be tricky. This boot rack gives you a storage space specifically for your wellies, making it easy to keep track of them and sparing your shoes from staying beside their muddy neighbours. In this video, Rudy, a DIY enthusiast, is going to show you how to build a boot rack. The materials for this project are all available from Wickes and will take a DIYer with moderate skill approximately 2 to 3 hours to build. Look out for this icon during the video for our DIY top tips. Find the complete tools and materials at the end of this video or visit the Ideas and Advice Hub at wickes.co.uk for a step-by-step guide and more inspiration. You'll want to use your largest set of welly boots as a reference point for the size of your rack. Measure the inside height of your largest boot and make a note of it. Then measure the dimensions of the space where you're planning to put the boot rack. Measure and mark your materials accordingly so that they're all ready to be cut when the time comes. Create a temporary support for your timber by stacking wood on your workbench at the same height as the bed of your chop saw. Lay your scaffold board on the bed of your chop saw before clamping it into position and cutting it to size. Use this to mark the measurements for an identical cut. Then cut 2 more so that you have 3 in total. Be sure to go over any rough edges with an orbital sander. Cut the dowels to size and go over them with a sander to get the edges nice and smooth. Once all your cutting is complete, tidy up your workspace before moving on to the next stage. Use a brad awl to make a hole before piloting and screwing the casters onto the base. Mark, pilot and drive 2 screws into the foot, being sure to drive the screw heads below the surface of the wood. Then fix the other 2 planks together with screws. Use the base plank as a guide for a straight edge by feeling the edges with your fingers and making sure the 3 planks are sitting flush before drawing your line across the top. Divide your board into sections and mark them based on the size and shape of your boots. Bigger pairs will require more space. Create holes for your dowels by piloting and drilling through the pilot holes using a spade bit. Use a sander to remove any rough edges and pencil marks, then go around the inside of the holes with sandpaper. Flip it over and secure the base plank to the bottom, making sure to evenly line up all of the edges. Now you can add your dowels and your boot rack is ready to go. Grab your wellies and enjoy an easier way to store them. You can always apply treatment or preserver to make sure your wood is protected from the elements, and a quick coat of paint can go a long way in changing its look to suit its surroundings.